up, devils? Compounds up, man. What's up, Lo? What's up, brother? How you been, man? Long time no see. Long time no see, man. Got about an hour and a half drive heading towards St. Diego. Kind of that way. Can't see nothing. It's been a minute, yeah, man. It's been a little while, brother. It's been a little while. All quiet's on the Western Front, man. Nothing really to talk about. I took a couple days off here and there, afternoon streams and whatnot. Just the calm before the storm, man. Before this election, North Koreans are sending troops to Ukraine. South Korea will do something. You know, just waiting for the big bang. I still think something crazy is going to happen to Trump. All my personal problems are taken care of, so I'm looking pretty good, man. Well, except for my job, but like the house and all that stuff. Feels good. I got no stress really. Hanging out with my folks, helping my brother. It's good to be near family, involved, you know. What's up, Erica? How you doing? Any update on the job situation? No, man. Still getting. The company still bought out my company. I get my bonus in January. Everything's. Yeah, no one knows, man. No one knows until basically January 1st or like sometime in January. And if I have no. I was just working with my boss last week, and he had no idea either, man. I asked him about our bonus. He's like, I have no idea. He's all, your guess is good as mine, man. He's all, we just have to keep working, and hopefully they keep us. And I was like, damn, dude. I was like, all right. Yeah, that's it, man. I guess closer to Christmas and New Year's, I'll know more, but. I don't know. Yeah, what's up, Erica? How you doing? Erica Rodriguez. I like that last name. Strong last name. Yeah, so I job, yeah, well, that kind of, I was gonna take a trip to Egypt. I already like paid for half of it. Now I'm kind of, I think I might cancel that trip, maybe, because even if I lose my job, it's not a smart idea to go on a vacation, you know. And if they keep my job and the new company hires me back, also not a good idea to ask for like 2 weeks off right away, you know. So I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. I mean, the smart idea is just to cancel it, refund my money, and I'll be good to go. But I also like to gamble, baby. I'm a risk taker. I don't know. I got like a couple weeks to think about it, and then I have to make a decision. But yeah, that's a first world problem decisions. Oh, the horror. I can't travel, or I get to have a job. Oh, the nightmare situation. You know, all Americans put themselves in. Oh, geez, I gotta cancel my trip or not have a job. It's like, but we'll see, man. But other than that, it's going good, man. I mean, I had a good week with my boss, working with them and hanging out with them, and we still hired people. You know, we're still. Hopefully, they keep us two companies separate, but just under the same umbrella. I mean, that would be ideal. Whatever rules and regs they put on us, you know, it'll be interesting. It will be interesting. Either way, man, if they don't hire me back, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I wouldn't mind doing anything else, something else. Get a job, you know, somewhere locally, or dude, I'll be a bartender for God's sakes. I don't even care, but you know, something to change it up for like a year or two, then get back in the corporate America swing. You know, I think that'd be pretty sweet. Do some other gig for a little bit, you know, de-stress the mind, and get a job working with like kids with autism, or I think it's autism. I don't think it's Down syndrome. I think both, but mainly autism. There's a place down the street from my place that I can apply for. Like my neighbor works there, my mom used to work there. It's like a nice job for local residents, I guess, but a lot of local people work at this like nursing home. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see how it goes. Or I'll just join the war in Ukraine and see how that goes, huh? It's more my style. I really thought about it one time, going to Ukraine. But like right when it first started, I was like, dude, I could go. Let's go. I felt like it was a war I was gonna fight. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. We'll see. We'll see what how the world turns. You gotta worry about China. China's gonna start. I don't know, man. I think they're gonna do it. Whoa, that guy went down the emergency lane. I think they're gonna do it. Like last week, they ran a drill where they basically blocked all shipping lanes into Taiwan. And then I heard Xi Jinping is kind of a purge of his military, or he's been restructuring it for a while. So that's basically almost a purge. I think they might, man. With North Korea getting involved and South Korea getting involved. Once South Korea is going to start dumping their weapons and ammo to Ukraine, but they got to pass a law first. But I heard there's a way around it. They just sell it to the United States. The United States ends up, or South Korea gives it to the U.S. U.S. gives it to Ukraine. That's like the loophole around the law, so they don't really have to pass one. But I think they're going to. The South Korean parliament, and that will be four countries involved. Well, Belarus would make it 5. Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, North and South that are officially involved. See you clarify your point. Yeah. yeah. I always forget to do that. Make it better. What's up, Gold? I always F that one up. Always F it up. What's up, Gold? Yeah, this way. Trump, yes. Kamala, no. Vote. Yeah, I'm kind of writing things down. I'm kind of get a little dumb. I'm good at math, just not writing things. God, dude, I've been going to my nephew's baseball games at night. Went to one last night, going to one tonight. Oh. It'll be fun. Me and my dad are going to go. Yeah, I really think China's going to do it, man. I think they're going to start blocking. Excuse me. Start blocking Taiwan. A naval blockade. And they did an air blockade, and I think they always do air blockades. Naval, and they shot rockets at Taiwan to scare them. Had a Air Force blockade or air blockade and a naval blockade. The next stop, that's what I heard. I heard they're moving a lot of their factories inland of China, not on the coast. Yeah, that's a big one. That was a big one I heard. I thought that was pretty interesting. Wartime, I really do believe China is preparing for war. Slowly and surely. If the times now, the more, you know, the Korean Peninsula is involved. You know, the time is now. The time is now to do it. If I were China, within the next year, before Russia or whoever. If Russia loses, then it's over. But how bad does your situation have to be to join the North Korean? Oh, that's got to be bad, dude. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that they're gonna help at all. You know, I mean, with maybe some supplies and some rockets, I guess. But even the troops, man, like, I don't know. I gotta, you know, they could be good for like sitting on the side of Belarus, and I don't know. I don't even know. Like, it'll be interesting. Will they defect? Some of these guys have probably never seen a, you know, these guys are more like aliens, man. They're gonna just wander off into the wilderness and be like, "Oh, look there's a deer." You know, their survival, man. Those guys can survive. The soldiers, man. You know, those dudes are starving to death as it is. It's got to be pretty bad. Yeah, I was watching some combat videos of the Ukraine unit, and they would, man, some brutal stuff. Brutal stuff. They had to go clear trenches, and just how loud everything is, the danger, close firefights they get in, trying to weave in out of these trenches, man. Ooh, God. It's bad. And it's on YouTube too, man. It's like they show people getting schwacked, and one Ukrainian dude, or he's like from I think UK, but he peeked a corner and took one right in the throat, and he went down, man. And the camera guy was right behind him, and you can see him like get buckled by this round going through his neck. The dude survived too. He was out cold for like 10 minutes before he started moving, but it was danger close firefights, man. Grenades getting chucked. Can you imagine a little drone coming at you being the last thing you see? Oh, yeah. What's up in Norway? Yeah, dude. Or how about the noise of it? You know, you would even hear the noise. Zzz, boom, smack into you. Yeah, dude, even that video I was watching where the Ukrainians were, or the Foreign Legion guys were clearing out trenches. You know, the dude that took one in the throat, he ends up coming to, and he's kind of half paralyzed, and they're propping him up, and he was he had to have been the platoon sergeant, or because he had a radio that he still had to talk on, as he, you know, he's barely hanging on. The medics are saving his life, but he's still doing his job fighting. And then they get, you know, they're yelling at him to get his backpack. He's like, dude, I can't fucking move, you know? He's like, I can't move. He's all, I mean, he just has to tell people where his stuff's at. Well, they pull out this little box. It's like a handle, and it's like a flat box, so kind of like this, and you point it at the drone, I guess, and it's supposed to take it down. But it's like a little radio wave, you know, little square thing that they pulled out of his back, kind of up, you know, in your hand, and it has to be pointed at the drone, so it's not perfect, but those guys have something to take those drones down. It's, you know, like a radio wave, whatever that thing is to block the drone, be attached to them, or going to be on their back or on top of their helmet or something. Yeah, do those boom, or if you're driving, yeah, like if you're a little drone, like if you're driving and you see it, dude, and it just smacks right in front of your Humvee, dude, boom. Yeah, this YouTube channel that I watched, there's a couple good ones, but this last video that they posted was freaking sweet, dude. I mean, they have the cameras are 4K. The guy, these guys were hopping into this trench, pulled up in Humvees, got out to clear this trench, and they're assaulting through, probably 20 yards of just field. And the guy was like, "Oh, yeah, you can see in my video in slow-mo, an RPG went right over my head." And he rewinds the tape, man, and you can see the damn rocket clear as day. It went right over his head, 5 feet in front of him. I mean, the videos out there are yeah, it's war is being filmed online, for everyone to see for the first time ever. In the day, you had a documentary, all these World War II documentaries you see on like Netflix or Amazon Prime, whatever. They're all relatively new, man. These ones. And the best part about this YouTube channel, they'll get everyone's wearing a body cam or a GoPro, so they splice the film together, man. It's one big war. You can see it from different. What is that? Ukrainian Foreign Legion channel or something like that on YouTube. It's so badass, dude. I only have pictures, man. These guys are getting hours of combat footage in 4K. I had a digital camera and then a throwaway camera. No video. I don't even think, it was just it was one of those first cameras you didn't have to turn, the Kodak cameras. Click, click. I'm gonna buy one of those. Saw on where they have a device that can gauge if a drone is approaching. Oh, really? And it's supposed to type or not. Oh, really? That's interesting. That's interesting. So wow. Oh, like a radar for airplanes, I guess. They'll pick up the little, there's got to be something in them that gives away their signature of what type of drone it is, and then if it can hold a payload, I guess. Yeah. I mean, they're gonna. I know both those guys. U.S. government. Pretty much every government in the world is trying to figure out how to stop drones, dude. Because that's the biggest threat to any military right now, by far. Not tanks, not helicopters, not jets. It's drones. Drones will stop a tank will stop, but dude, and that's wild. Like a $100 drone, you strap a little, a little explosive to it and slam it against the barrel of the gun of a tank or the tracks, and that tank is done. You got to send it back to Jiffy Lube to get it checked. That's wild. Yeah, I can see that. And just like the North Koreans go out on the battlefield, they're all gonna die, dude, I watched a video of a bunch of North Koreans like changing clothes or something, like getting on Russian uniforms, and it's like, dude, you guys are all dead. Every Russian special forces operative that started this war and 3 years ago, they're all dead. Everyone's dead. That's except for the Ukrainians. They do it right. They rotate guys back and train other guys up. And Russia don't do that, man. They'll just keep sending people to their death. It's such a weird way of fighting a war, man. Build this bridge, boys. Build it. It's a huge bridge, dude. Woo! Construction workers going ham. Build, boys, build. 200 years of freedom, devil dogs. 1776, 1976. Woo! You guys see that? Oh, you can't see it. Damn. It's a big old... so I live by like a little dam. It's like a preserve. Like for a swamp, kind of. Well, like a lake. It's a preserve. So, like, nothing can be built. It's a big, like, swampy area. But it's not a swamp. It's just a lot of waters there. But there's a dam. A lot of trees and stuff. It's real nice looking. It's owned by the state. It's like a state park. But on the side of the dam, it's not a big dam. It's kind of just a long little dam. You can probably look it up. It's called Prado Dam. And on the side, it used to be in like skating videos and like CKY videos. Well, on this dam, they paint on it, and it says freedom for 200 years, 1776 to 1976, when it was commissioned to paint, whoever painted it, and they let it go to shit for a while, man, and they redid it a couple years ago, and I'm very proud of it. It's pretty cool. Prado Dam, California. I used to see it all the time in like CKY videos, or I don't know, any other skate videos. I forget the name of them. Slasher videos, or is it Slasher? Yeah, I think it's Slasher. The guys used to skate up and down, and it was pretty cool. Alright, no more traffic. Let's go. Where are you going? What's up, official? Well, I think I'm done like Howard yesterday. My comments aren't showing up. Really? Oh, wait. I got you. My comments aren't showing up. I'm being done like Howard. Oh, really? Yeah, I just keep seeing my comments aren't showing up. That's weird. YouTube don't like you, Gold. You're you have too much of a logic for them. You speak the truth too much. That's weird, man. I know sometimes you guys type and it'll say restricted, or it just won't even pop up. That's pretty interesting. I don't know why that would do that. A lot of my stuff isn't. I'm chatting either gold. It's weird, huh? Oh, there, I see gold. We were wrong to follow Ukraine. We were wrong for following Ukraine for a long range missiles. Yeah. Yeah, the long range missiles thing. Like, that's another weird. I think they're trying to block elite fighting team that eventually come from the chat. Yeah, I don't know how much longer Ukraine can last, you know. I'm not sure how much longer Ukraine could last. I mean, how many more people do they have to play defense? I guess they can. I mean, just depending. They haven't gone after their 18-year-olds, or I think their draft is at 25 now, which is not a bad age to go to war. I guess they still have the 24s, 18 through 24-year-olds they can draft. And Russia is sending all of its youth to die. Oh man, I think Russia is going to collapse. I think they're going to collapse into like 4 or 5 different countries. My First Amendment's being treaded on. Yeah, YouTube, man. YouTube's not a fan of certain topics. I've learned that. I used to post like there's a like anti-CCP museum out here, but it's out in the middle of the desert, kind of. I have a couple shorts on it, but when I'll post one about like the CCP or Xi Jinping, and it gets like no views, like no one looks at it. It's really weird. That's happened to me multiple times with the same museum. I'll try to post it a different way, and I mean, I know there's like censors on the internet and stuff, but once it kind of happens to you, you're like, oh, it's actually real. Oh shoot, someone hit a fire hydrant. Woo! I still want to pull over. Dude, this is huge. What the hell happened? That's a huge ass fire hydrant, dude. That's a lot of, dude, that was huge. Holy moly. Russia collapses a lot of new countries' name withstand. Oh yeah, affiliated, yeah, it'll be a Russia-stan, new Russia-stan, the state of New Russia-stan. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think Russia. I can't see how Russia gets out of this. I really don't. our administration needs to take their asks back to Ukraine and get tax dollars back. No one asked my consent to fund their war. Yeah. I agree, Gold. I agree with that. I mean, from my understanding, I kind of heard it. Like the president of the United States does have like a slush fund to kind of use on his own. I forget where he gets his money from, but I did hear that, and that's, when I heard like FEMA or whatever couldn't help Florida because they ran out of money, and then you hear that we're sending like $90 billion to Ukraine. It's just priorities, The priorities of our federal government, they're all out of whack. And they need to be, pulled into reality. The people that are running our country don't live in reality right now. They rather go help, a European country far, far away than, I don't understand either, When you have a city like Detroit, LA, where they're just absolutely run down, but they rather go clean up Ukraine. That just doesn't make sense to me, man. There's got to be another motive, right? I mean, which it's like, if you have kids, would you pay for someone else's kids' lunch or your own? I would pay for my own kids' lunch. I'm not paying for someone else's kids. It's silly, but that's what our government does, and it doesn't make sense. And I think it honestly has to stop. If we want to give Ukraine stuff, just give them whatever, give them everything. It's but here's the problem. They tick for tack. I'm okay with giving Ukraine a bunch of stuff and having it, like a lend-lease, like we did to Russia or something. I'm okay with that. I really am. Like if someone wants to fight a war and you're gonna pay, I'll sell you all the guns you want, brother. This is America. But then you tell them, well, then our government plays a game with that. Then they don't send them stuff. Then they tell them they can't hit Russian tanks. Then they tell them you can't hit on Russian soil. Then you can't do this. Then it's like, okay, so we're just prolonging the war. I got it. Okay, then that's when the game begins. If you want to give them stuff, here's all the stuff you need. Pay me back when you win the war. I got you. I can I'm okay with that. But other than that, but there's no rules that come with that, And our government not only is giving them stuff, they put rules on it, so it's just prolonging the war. Like, what? Why do that? I don't, let's just not give them anything anymore. Like that, I'd rather have that, I don't. That's what I think Trump's going to do. I think he's going to go, here's all the shit you need. Here's all the Abram tanks. Here's over 500 Abram tanks. Here's 1,000 Bradleys that we're never going to use again in the next 100 years. Use it all. We'll I'll lend you all of it, and when you win the war, you're going to pay us back for the next fucking half century. Just like England did, just like Russia did. I don't know. I heard Spain actually gave a lot of 19 Patriot systems to Ukraine. Some crazy number. And a bunch of other stuff. Spain got involved not too long ago. I think they were always a little involved, but they finally really caved in and said, here, man, you get, Ukraine falls, that's gonna suck for Poland. better start building up their military or buy a bunch of shit from South Korea. For hurricane victims with 90 billion for Ukraine aid. Yeah, that's insane, dude. $750? What a fucking slap in the face, dude. What a slap in the face. That's how much our government thinks we're worth, dude. That's how much it is. They'd rather pay for someone else's child than take care of their own children. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being a politician and then saying, you know what? You know, fuck America. Fuck these Americans. Let's just throw a bunch of money into a war. It blows my mind, dude. $750. What a slap in the face. How about we slush fund our own country? The jackasses, yeah. Yeah. It's like when they gave out, you know, what was it, a couple $100 for the Wuhan stuff? I know people made a little better checks than 700. I don't think I even got anything. What a joke, dude, you know? That like hurts my heart. $750. You can even times that by how many people did they give that to them? I don't know. $90 billion, dude. That you could have fixed Florida 20 times over, man. 90, like you could, like $750, and if you gave that to 2 million people, that's nothing. That's not 90 billion. That's not even close to $90 billion. Like the money they spent on Florida is probably even a fraction into that 90 billion. That's just insane, dude. And you know, the people that are like for the Ukraine war and don't want America to get involved, I always listen to people that talk like that, and those are the people that never been to war. I shit you not, man. I listen to a lot of people on YouTube and a lot of like military guys that have good opinions, but a lot of them that talk about like they don't like Trump because he doesn't, he doesn't care about Ukraine and he's a Russian puppet. Those guys are the ones that have never been to war and just think, I don't know. It's funny because if you served in the military during a time of war, you realize that, going to war is, I don't ever want to do it again. I don't want to be really involved in it. It doesn't. And the people that want these wars to happen never been to war, I always thought that was really, really funny. I know like 3 or 4 people I watch on YouTube that were in the army or some weird branch of service, and they talk about going to war all the time and what Ukraine should do, and Trump's a racist because he's a Russian puppet. It's like, if you want to go help Ukraine so much, the best thing you can do to help them is you go and fight for them yourself. But these people want everyone else to chip in when they're the ones that want the war to keep continuing. if you want to help Ukraine, then go over there and go help. Money doesn't win wars. Not really, people do. Soldiers on the ground do. Boots on the ground does. And they need more boots on the ground than money. They're getting plenty of money. Yeah, it's weird. I don't. Or like you didn't see 9/11, or like you weren't around when 9/11 happened, and the war drums were beating, man, and no one had a problem with invading two countries for nearly 20 years, almost each, and we're still there. We'll never really leave Iraq or Afghanistan ever. Printing more money is a terrible tax on everyone, but especially hardish on the poor. Yeah. Oh, $7.50 to each household? Bro, no effing way. Dude, our government fucking sucks, dude. That hurts. That kind of hurt my heart, man. That is so awful, dude. I don't know if it's the Biden administration or just the Democrats, but dude, that is so bad. And the Republicans, I guess, man. I mean, what a joke. What a joke. Jesus. You might as well. It's like $7, dude. What the fuck? I didn't know. I was just trying to watch the dumbasses sitting outside the hurricane, and they thought they were going to get some sort of fame off that. Oh my God. The U.S. Congress has appropriated approximately $174.2 billion in supplemental funding to Ukraine. Oh yeah, I believe that. Yeah, we're not gonna. I think that war in Ukraine is so far out of our hands, and I would even say our government's hands. I don't think we'll ever stop funding them. I think it's too late for that. We should have stopped it a long time ago. We almost have to see it till it ends. The one thing though, if Russia loses, all that weird stuff on the internet will go away. A bunch of weirdness will go away, because there might be a positive. But I don't think we'll stop funding Ukraine overnight. I don't think Trump will do that. I think with NATO and the European Union, America's got to look strong. We got to have the tough guy, and we're just in a weird. I don't know, man. I mean, what I would do is I got to be in the books. Something's got to change though, man. It's so bad. It's so bad. The price of everything is just too damn high. Everything's so bad. And they wonder why Trump is winning. Oh yeah. Should have never sent $1 to Ukraine. Yeah, that should have been the. That should have been. Yeah, we should have been like, hey, Poland, all those others, all of Europe, you should be doing this yourself, or Russia is just going to invade you too. Yeah, it's. I mean, with all the shit going on in the United States right now, man, it's a joke. I agree with you, Gold. I do. I would still give Ukraine all of our old tanks and stuff, because that's just sitting around. I'm okay with that. And they can buy it off us, you know. I'm totally okay with that. Like, we got the M1A, like, I think the Marine Corps disbanded all its tanks, so, you know, the Marine Corps has probably 1,000 tanks laying around that will never be used again. Like, I'm cool with that, you know, but other than, I mean, we're paying for their salaries, we're paying for their, you know, all their states and all their local governments. We're paying for their whole country to survive, you know. That's what I don't agree with. I can give you equipment, no problem, man. You can pay me back. You know, I think that's an fair trade. And Russia can suck it, so, you know, if I can stick one to Russia, I'm okay with it. But the paying the salaries and the raises to general, we're probably paying Zelensky's paycheck, dude. Like, we're probably paying for most of the training. We're probably paying for all the ammo. And now we're at the point, Gold, where we invested so much in this country, we almost have to have them win now. You know, it's almost too late. You know, if we pull out now, then we lose all of our investment. And we invested a lot in Ukraine. That's the only thing I'm really excited for, though, man. If Russia fails, I wonder how the internet would look, you know? The internet and everything else. Because you know all those bot farms and stuff come from China and Russia. Woo! It's sour. Granny Smith, baby. Gotta run, see you about it. For later, no way. Super quiet, brother. In his account, 15 homes, 3 planes. What? What? See, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Zelensky has 1.2 billion in an account. Yeah. 15 homes, 3 planes. Yeah, that's what I mean, right? We're paying for their stuff. We're paying for their stuff. And I'm not down for that, man. I'm never down for people having a good time. You can have a good time at home or on vacation, but other than that, 15 homes? Where? Where the hell does anyone need 15 homes for? Unless you're Elon Musk or, someone super duper rich and can afford it yourself. I can see that, but a government official, no. No, that's insane, man. And then the million monthly. I mean, what does he works all day, Alright, dude. I can't wait till this election's over, man. See, this is my problem. If Trump wins, if Trump wins, I think the Biden and Kamala administrations, they're just going to make things worse for him. They're going to leave him a shitty hand so the Democrats can just blame him for everything. Which is fine. They already do now, and he's not even in office, which is really weird, but... But in the end of the day, you know, I don't know what Trump will do. You know, I think he'll give them a bunch of equipment, which is okay with me, but you know, this $90 billion or whatever it was to Ukraine during a national hurricane or a, you know, fucking a catastrophic hurricane ripping through Florida, you know, it's like, oh, you know, their priorities are messed up, man. The priorities are totally messed up, and that's where I think Trump will come in and hopefully correct it. You know, the priorities and politicians are just like worms, man. They'll sway back and forth. It doesn't matter. But someone like Trump will move the conversation to Americans first, and have our politicians think about that rather than Ukraine. Ukraine doesn't matter. Russia doesn't matter to me. It shouldn't matter to anybody, because I don't think no one could pick out where Ukraine was on a map before this war happened. $750 per household. That hurts my heart, man. Whoever signed that should be punched right in the face. But politicians don't ever take care of their own citizens, ever. They never do. They never do. In any country. Why? Why is that? Or I mean, well, I know like some countries actually do really do take care of their own citizens. I know like a good amount of good European countries like Finland, Norway, Denmark. But here in America, dude, and most other dictatorship countries, dude, our politicians care less, dude. And that's just fucking sad. So sad. It like really hurts my heart, dude. It really does. I mean, all that money they gave to Ukraine, man. The money you could have done with it out here or any other state. The federal government could. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. Is our country getting worse? Are our politicians getting worse, man? I mean, I think they are. I am almost 100% certain. I mean, I could go back since the 90s, man. It seems like just ongoing bullcrap about Europe or the Middle East, dude. I don't give a shit about anything besides America. Why does anyone care about the Middle East? If you're from the Middle East and you live in America, congratulations, man. Like, I don't know why our politicians talk about it. Or Asia. Oh, drives me nuts. As long as other countries don't mess with our stuff, you know, if we have like a shipping boat yard out in, what is it, the Houthi rebels keep trying to smash shipping container boats or something out there in the Black Sea. We have them equipped. They left it on the battlefields and basically gave them to Russia. Oh my God. We gave them equipment. Oh, and basically, right. All the money we are sending elsewhere, sending elsewhere. Eventually, our taxes will have to go sky high to cover all this spending. Yep. They have been doing. Our tax. Yeah. Because, I mean, technically, whether Americans are fighting the war or not, you know, we've been, since 2001, we've been in 2 major wars in Iraq, Afghanistan, probably a bunch of side wars, and now Ukraine war. Like, we've been paying for war for the past, probably, I would say 30 years, you know? That's unsustainable. We haven't, like, not everyone knows about war. Like, when, I don't know, man. And everything's so damn expensive, man. It's crazy. Not real, man. It's not. It's why, man, I hope Trump does something big, man. I hope he does something major where it really helps us and affects everyone, man. Everyone's life that lives in America. Or we're just gonna get taxed like gold. We're just gonna get taxed to death. Then everything every day, every time I work, and then I think about where my taxes are going, it's going towards another country. It's going towards another country. Not the one I fought for. That's very disheartening, man. It really hurts my heart. Since 1999, we have basically given Israel $3 billion a year in funding, and I don't even know how much in equipment. Yeah, I'd rather give equipment. I'm always down to give equipment, but not funding. I'm not going to fund you. I'll give you all the crap you want, man. You pay, like selling a car. I got 1,000 tanks. 1,000? What? 1,000 tanks, and I'll sell you to them, just like a used car. I can see that. No. But the funding, I don't want to fund people's bonuses and end of the year. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I don't understand that. Who fucking do you? I can't stand it, man. It's hard. I can't even think about it. It gives me I don't know who. It's just the administration, man. It's the administration. This all happened under one administration, so you have to blame it on them. This didn't start when Obama was in. It definitely didn't start when Trump was in. It started under one minute. This whole thing started, and all of it is one. I guess it is the administration. Yeah, yeah. And it better. I mean, we're talking 3 years of war. Nothing's. I mean, it's like 3 years of war, man. And these two militaries are awful. Ukraine's actually, I think, a lot better than Russia. A lot better. And I don't know, man. I'm kind of like lost. Every time I think about the money situation in Ukraine, I'm like lost for words. I just, it's hard for me to wrap around my head. Like, if we can help them out, that's great. But you know, Americans need help too, and I don't understand that. Woo, shower. Haven't gotten an accident. Just the money, man, and it hurts every American at home. Housing prices, insane. Rent, it's like $2,000. It's probably more now. I remember my buddy lived in a nice high-rise building in downtown LA, right next to the Lakers Stadium. Right next, oh, it was beautiful. Walk in, you just do whatever you want. He was paying like $3,000, and that was like in I don't know, 2016 maybe, 14 maybe, 15, somewhere around there. And I remember talking to my other buddy Freddie, and I was like, dude, our boy pays $3,000 a month. That's insane. That same apartment, I guarantee, is like $6,000 now. $6,000 a month to live in basically a jail cell. 2 jail cells, because it was just a 1-bedroom, 2-bath, kitchen, and a living room. It was 900, yeah, probably like 600 square feet. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm a perfect example. An American company got bought out by a Japanese company. That's it. Yeah. Well, they don't fire all the Americans. Maybe then they would think about it before they start wars. Yeah. I mean, these wars gotta stop, man. But I think before anything gets better, man, it's just gonna get worse. I don't know what Trump or what Ukraine or Russia's gonna do when Trump gets in office, or what Trump's gonna do, but if I walked in, I would call Zelensky and be like, hey, like, America, we committed, obviously. I'm not a fan of funding all this crap, but I'm gonna give you all of our stuff, and you win the war as fast as possible. You guys come up with a game plan. You don't need to tell us. Just get it done. Win this war. However you may see fit. And after that, we're not funding you. I would give them a way out. And then I would tell her in 6 months, the United States will not fund Ukraine. But in those 6 months, they're going to get whatever they want. And they can do whatever they want. And after those 6 months, the European Union will have to, Poland and all those others, Germany, they all have to do it themselves. Like if you guys don't, Germany was buying gas from Russia, as, I love that Trump said that, Trump was like, Germany buys gas from Russia and then we help Germany defend from Russia. So that doesn't make any freaking sense. So you guys got to start paying us to defend you, or quit buying their freaking oil or their gas, the natural gas. Ooh, these apples are sour. Our government has a lot of work to do, man. They have a lot of soul searching to I don't know what I was saying, but just a lot of soul searching, man. Cop on my right, cop on my right. Highway patrol, whoop whoop. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Or, now North Korean troops are in Ukraine, man. That's bringing. Now there's four countries that are fighting. It's Ukraine, Russia, North Korea, and then South Korea is going to get involved for sure. Belarus is pretty much in it. Just they let Russia do it. It's basically a Russia state. Well, I guess it's 5-6, and then Turkmenistan or Czechostan or whatever, those weirdos out there with the Kadyrov regime, TikTok army, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. We're in we might be at the start of this world war that everyone keeps complaining about. I don't know what kind of, it's not going to be like the Second World War. It's going to be, the First World War was wild, wild. You still had the old way of fighting, kind of marching into combat, digging trenches, and you kind of lay there for years. And then, but it was like a baby step, like a baby step. People are trying to figure out how to arm everyone with cannons and artillery, and then tanks came out. But the killings in World War I were just astronomical, but a baby step. World War II came around, just anarchy, dude. That, like, how we fought wars hit a stride, and wars never been fought like that before. And then this World War III coming up, it's going to be like an old man retiring, because no one, the countries that were fighting are fighting a World War II style in 2024. So 100 years later, they're still fighting that same fight. Even ideology, up in the brain, they still think that. And most of Europe, we don't fight wars like that anymore. So you can kind of see a beginning, middle, and end in the stages where, it doesn't matter how many people you have, it doesn't matter how many things you have, it's the training and the technology will win you a war. and it's in a point in human history, I think, besides like a bow and arrow to a gun, like that's where we're at right now. You know, HIMARS to the Russian SR-300, whatever it's called. Well, that's our Patriot system to the Russian, air defense. Was it 300, 400, SR-300 or whatever? Like, those are the bow and arrows, and our Patriot missiles are the still effective, but when you fight a 3-year war, there's going to be a huge gap. You know, our HIMARS, they don't have a HIMARS system. They have, even North Korea, they don't have anything. You know, they don't have anything. They got probably missiles, maybe some artillery, but not a lot, or maybe a lot, but just not efficient. You know, the Western militaries have an ungodly amount of technology. They just have to be threatened. I'm gonna clean my hands. I'm gonna cut my taxes off as much as possible. That includes to my state. Yeah, I don't blame you. I feel like doing the same thing, man. Like, honestly, I kind of I think about, dude, I don't really even want to fund. I don't like it. I really don't, man. I think our military is so ass backwards, or our government. I don't feel like paying them taxes, and then I don't know. It's fucking when I work, I would rather go to the local, California state-run facility that helps kids with autism and Down syndrome down the street from my house. I'd rather go there, give them my tax money, than have it spent in Ukraine. That's 100% the truth, right? I think everybody would do that. Let's give nurses. I would give a nurse my taxes. I would give people that work in nursing homes. I think they should all get a little relief. People that do stuff like that, man, that no one else kind of wants to do. Maybe give some firefighters and police dudes a little bump. They get paid like shit. I don't know, man. I mean, there's so much work we need to do in this country. It blows my mind. It blows my mind that the only two candidates we have is Trump and Kamala. One is just awful, and it's sad that no one else is running besides those two. That we even like. But anyways, devils, I'm out of here. I'm gonna start my lovely day and get to it, man. I gotta pay them taxes for Ukraine and Israel and no one else in America. But anyways, devils, Gold, I appreciate it. Affiliated, Howard, if you're listening, Low C, what's up, Joe? Don't forget don't forget about the strippers. They need help. Hell yeah, brother. Hey, man, you could say whatever you want about those ladies, but they serve a purpose, and they see a lot of weird stuff. So I'm all for the lovely ladies of the night. After Hubs gets his VA raised to 100, we have no property taxes. I'm going off the grid, so no lieutenant tax. I'm gonna grow and raise all my dude. Gold, when you do that, man, I'll be so happy for you. I'll be a little jealous, but you deserve it. Anyways, guys, Simplify.